Okay. Welcome everybody. This is TARALEE Live, and we are live today only, wake and bake, with Dan, my man from Australia. So we are gonna go live. We're gonna try this once in a while. We're gonna go live, and we're only gonna leave it up just to hang out and chat and get to know everybody. So if you want to come and grow with us and hang out, we're here to hang out and go live with you. Here to answer your questions and get to know y'all. So welcome, Dan. How are you today? What's going on in your life?
I've got my little nephews coming around today. I'm going to have fun playing with these little boys, 2 and 1, and they're fun. And we'll probably play in the garden and hang out with some wood chips and some Tonka trucks. That's what's going on with me today. But yeah, Tara, tell me, what's going on with you? You look like you got the cloners out. What's happening?
Oh my gosh, I have so much going on you don't even know. My husband just walked in my room and laid over my light. I have a new tent and a new light I just got. So I have a tent. I have my first tent going up. And these clones have been in this cloner. If you've been following me for a while, you can go back and see. But these clones have been in this cloner since I've cloned them, and their roots are going crazy, and I really need to get them out of here and get them into some dirt. And my dog's bugging me right here. She is like, it's time for lunch. Hello? It's past high noon, and it's past 1 o'clock. But I'm ready to take a dab with y'all. Y'all want to cheers out there? How you doing, your boy? Shaggy, what's up, Shaggy 420? Bingo Lombardi, always here at the party. And my brother, your boy. How are you guys? CJ, what's up? What's up? All right, I'm gonna take a dab of some super lemon haze. What are you all puffing on today? What's Dan
got? Dan's got Black Market. So
Black Market down.
Dan's just interested in how jealous he is that you people smoke cannabis.
That we have all these flavors in Washington and all over the world.
Yeah. Super lemon haze. I've never tried it. It sounds awesome.
Hey, when you come to that Emerald Cup someday, we're gonna smoke on this. When you come back to America. Speaking of which, you guys, Dan's actually trying to raise money to get back to America to do another film. So if you want to go check it out, check out his film. And if you liked it, hey, check him out.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to support it financially, but I think that if it gets enough views and people dig it, it makes me want to do another one. I'm going to do a cheaper one, try to do one to Nimbin.
Tell me about Nimbin. A lot of people might not know about Nimbin.
Yeah, so in the background, I've got a couple of Nimbin posters for their Mardi Gras, little Mardi Gras. And so what they do is they have the largest protest of cannabis in Australia for legalization. They have had for many decades, I think since the 90s. But Nimbin itself is a little community of hippies that started up at the end of the Aquarius Festival, which is a festival designed for artists, by artists. It was a collaborative festival. And people just stayed on. They were all hippies that moved there at the end of the 60s. I think it was 70. Look, honestly, I can't remember the year that it happened. It might have been 78. I don't know. But they were hippies that moved there and stayed there after a festival and created a commune. And it created a town. And that town was heavily cannabis focused. And through my youth, it was a very, very famous place. You knew you could go there if you wanted pot. I mean, you drove into the town, you took 2 steps out of your car and someone would hit you up for brownies or weed and they would be selling, and it would be some of the best pot in the country because it was very old genetics grown by very old proficient growers. And the cops kind of sort of left that place alone. It is in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's off the beating track in the middle of the bush in a beautiful rainforest, but I mean, it's still not, if you lived in Brisbane, it's only like, I think, a 3-hour drive. So, I mean, you could do a day trip there, and that's what a lot of people would do. They'd do a day trip there, pick up a couple of ounces, and come back to Brisbane, and you'd have some pot for a couple of weeks or a week, for the household, and you'd smoke some great Nimbin hippie weed. And it's always been very, very famous in Australia for many things, for the counterculture of the older hippies, for the counterculture of the younger, heavily cannabis orientated drug dealers that were going in there as well. It got, there's a downside to it as well. Drugs got to be not just cannabis were the only drugs that were being consumed there. But I mean, it still is a beautiful and mystical place. And I think that it is worldwide, but it's worldwide famous, but not enough people know about it. I mean, I don't think that there'd be many people, if any, in the chat who've heard of Nimbin. And if there is, that's awesome. But I think there needs to be a good little doco similar to the one that I did on weed when I came to America the first time.
That would be, yeah, that would be really cool. Because seriously, I did not know about Nimbin until I started talking to you. Like, it's so funny how like a lot of us, we live in like this little bubble inside the United States, and we don't really know what's going on in the other part of the world. Because, you know, our media doesn't show us, and we don't get to watch around the world truly from the eyes of around the world. We only get to watch it around the world media through everybody else's media eyes. And that's what I think is so important about a lot of these sessions that we get to have, and we're meeting all these people offline and in other countries, and we actually get to hang out and talk to people and actually, you know, find out what's going on for real and real people's lives, and not just through the media's eyes, because we all know they tend to maybe lie to us maybe a little bit, or show us only what they want to. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I was just reading chat. Yeah.
Go for it.
No. Yeah. Look. It's just what I like about Nimbin is what I liked about certain things like Ruckus Recreational and Running Into Boots, right? Are these weird little cultural pockets of artistic expression, or whatever it is, expression that cannabis seems to assist. You know, cannabis, it's a social greaser. It seems to grease society in a really good way. It's not for everyone, but the people who it is for, I don't know, there's something cool there. It's really something cool there. You know, even one of these guys, one of my mates, his missus doesn't smoke pot, but because she's surrounded by it, I mean, she will consume rarely, but it still seems to, I don't know, it seems to have an effect on her and how chill she is. Yeah. I don't know. I love weed. That's all I'm saying.
We all love weed. We do it for the love of weed and cannabis and whatever else you want to call it out there. Seriously, I'm like so over what they call it. I just want it all to be legal for everybody. But these things take time, and we have to realize that, you know, we can't be in a rush, because when you get in a rush, sometimes things don't happen like they should. Or we
feed the plant too much and give it nutrient lockout, maybe, if you're in a rush.
Yeah, you do all kinds of things when you're in a rush. And it's really about a marathon, right? It's really about like preparing that soil and that live soil and preparing all the nutrients. Just like with our bodies, we got to realize that we've got to eat right and prepare our bodies as well. What's up? What's up, your boy? How are you today? You want to come on, Roy Boy? Anybody that wants to come on, you are totally welcome. We are just hanging out, just having a little sesh. Thought we'd have kind of just a little afternoon sesh with everybody, go live for a few minutes, and then we're going to take it down. But anybody who's welcome to join or has a story to tell or wants to come talk or show us your grow, anything you got going on. Maine, I know you got some good stuff going on. How are you doing out there, my man? Oh, he's got to go grab his son. Cool, cool. Hey, John, how are you? John, I would love for John to grow. I have our love for John to join. I can't talk. John has an awesome grow. He is totally disabled, and this man is so inspiring how he grows and he keeps going, and his story is really, really amazing. He's a really awesome guy. Cheers to you, John. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having an awesome harvest. And if you would like to jump on here, you are so more than welcome. Anybody is welcome. Let me know, and I will definitely DM you, and I will send you a link. Because guess what? We can have like 100 people on here if we wanted to. Hey, Dutch, how are you? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Another one of my brothers joining the room. How are you? How are you? So I want to know what's everybody's like super excited about. What strain are you super excited about this year? And if Mr. Audiophiles could have a strain that he could have right now, if he could be smoking something right now, what would it be? What would it be?
Well, AK-47, but a specific AK-47.
Okay, so tell me about AK-47, your AK-47.
What I love about it is that, well, it's not mine. It's not mine. We'll just say that. But I'll give a shout out to Todd. I don't think he's watching, but Todd's AK. It's a 90s cut from what I've been told. Oh no, sorry, 2003, I think, but it was when he acquired it, but he says it's older. He says it's a biker cut. And the story that I was told before I smoked it was that it's so good, it's so powerful, that when Todd and the guy who gave him the cut went to Amsterdam, they actually took an ounce of this AK-47 with them on the plane in the early 2000s, and smuggled it into Amsterdam. And it was a shock to the people in Amsterdam, one, that they had the balls to do that, and two, that the pot was so goddamn good. And so that's this cut. And what I love about it and what makes it so unique is that it doesn't really have a ceiling. You can just keep smoking it and you just get higher and higher and higher. And that is quite rare. Not only that, it doesn't seem to have you don't seem to get immune to it. And like, it's not just me who experiences these things. This is kind of, it's well established that this is the case for everyone who smokes this cup of AK-47. And it's insane. I don't know what to tell you. I can't wait to have that pot to smoke legally.
Yeah, cool. That sounds awesome. I'm ready. I'm ready for you to come back to America.
What's yours?
Well, you guys know my Super Lemon Haze. Like, I'm a Super Lemon Haze fan. Here, I'll even this is probably about 4 grams right here that I pressed out the other day. And it's like super thick, but it's really nice and terpy. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, so what was the yield ratio? So how much to get 4 grams? How much did you press?
Roughly. I honestly, I don't even, I don't measure anymore, and I'll tell you why. I don't sell it. I don't need to know. I can kind of tell about what I press out. If I press out only 10 grams of flour, I know I'm going to get at least 1 gram back. I'm going to get at least 10% back, okay? I normally end up getting 12 to 15, up to 18% back in rosin, or that's pretty good for rosin, flour rosin. Okay, it's not hash rosin, flour rosin.
So, I think that's pretty good. Yeah. I think it's acceptable. Like, the problem with
here's a press I did. I've been kind of pulling off of it. I didn't get it all off the paper, but that was just a little bit out of some vanilla Kush that I pressed. And I did some lives that are on my YouTube videos. You can see I've done some better presses. They're just I think there's so many other cool presses out there. When people press rosin or press hash, it just flows out way faster than it does with flour. Flour doesn't produce as much, and so people aren't as impressed by it.
Yeah, but I mean, the hash has already gone through a process of.
Right, and people don't really realize that. It's so funny because they're all like, "Oh, look how much return you got with the hash." Well, hash is already part of a concentrate, so of course you're going to get a huge return.
Yeah, you've got to do the first bit of the maths first. What was the yield from the hash?
Yeah,
Was it 10 to
exactly.
1? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's technically it's sometimes even less when you use hash. It's just you just convert it to rosin
Exactly.
and then loop at the end of the day. So that's why I'm like, look, close enough is good enough. I think that rosin to me is like olive oil. It's like it's there for the health reasons. It's not going to blow your head off the most. Who cares? It's good enough. It's so powerful. It's like, really, do you need the most hashiest of the hash? I don't know. I'm no expert. I'm talking straight out of my ass. Just listening. I don't know. I think my problem is with all these extraction methods that use these horrible solvents. My argument is like, like, do you really need to take it out that method? Like, just press it. Just press it. It doesn't have to be the hashiest of the hash. It doesn't have to yield the most of the yielding methods of extraction. So, but I mean, I'm a flour guy. I love flour. So my argument is if you try to stay as closely connected to the plant as possible, introduce as least strange foreign things that the plant normally doesn't have anything to do with. A bit of heat and pressure, I think, is brilliant.
Yeah. Honestly, like when I learned how to rosin, it's like the easiest thing to do for concentrates. It really is. Other than dry sift. Dry sift was really easy too.
Safe. There's no explosions going to happen.
Totally safe. Totally safe and the most tastiest. The tastiest dabs that you're going to get is from rosin. And I believe it's actually more from flour rosin. But there is really good bubble rosin, and especially fresh frozen. It's a total different terpene complex. And I've had some amazing bubble, but I still think there's more terpene profile in the well-cured flour rosin. So, just my personal experience.
No, it makes perfect sense. I mean,
you're not going to get as much return though. You get a lot more return on real fresh products, and it's really in the color. Everybody judges it by color, and color is such false. You can't judge this shit by color, people.
Well, it's just one of many. It's like you can't judge it just on color. Color's one of many, and it doesn't always mean X. It's just one of many variables.
Hey, John, I sure am using my pucks after my flour. In fact, this is some stuff right here. It looks really gross right now, but I actually didn't even strain it very well. This is still some flour product right here for my rosin pucks. So what I do with all my rosin pucks and any extra trim or any families, I throw them all in a crock pot. I fill it with coconut oil up to wherever it covers it. And I don't even know my measurements right now. I just throw it all in there. And then I could turn it on and I cook it till it melts, melts it down and starts boiling. And I have it on low, and then I turn it off for a while. And then I go back over and I turn it on for a while. I turn it off for a while. And it is for about 3 days, Yep. And then, because I just want to get all the product out of it. And then I strain it. And I've been giving this to my dog. I've been putting it on my burn. I burned my arm right here, you guys, super, super bad on my email. And I can't tell you, it took the throbbing out. The first night I slept through the night with this. No throbbing. All it is my pucks and coconut oil. That's it.
You could eat that too and get
you can totally eat my dog. Oh God. I put it on my dog's wound, you guys. Oh, big mistake. Okay, I will confess to this because everybody needs to know this in the sound of my voice. I have a big dog. It's a black lab.
Yeah.
And I do give this to her on a regular. She normally gets like an eighth of a cup, or a teaspoon, like amount. Like I'll barely dip my finger in this. And this is her jar. This is hers. And I'll dip my finger in it, and she gets a little bit. And she's 9 or 10. I got to figure out how old she is. And she's getting up there, and you can tell it really helps her. Her joy and she feels so much better. She really gets around. So one day I had been giving it to her, and I think my husband, here she is. See, she wants it right now. She's like totally right here, right now. She heard the jar. That's funny. And so she one day had an owie, and I put it on her owie, and then she had another owie, and I put it on that owie, and she licked her owies, and she got fucked up. Okay. I was so, no, dude, I was so scared. I really was thinking she had a seizure or something, because she laid on her bed and wouldn't get up. And she would like go up on her front paws, and she would just sit there.
Okay.
And well, then pretty soon, I'm like, do you need to go potty? And she's like trying to balance.
Oh, that's all right.
I literally had to let her out and let her out. And basically, guys, she was woozy. But you know what?
Yeah.
Fucking fine. And you know what? Thank God it was. Cannabis is not going to kill you.
Man.
It's not going to kill my dog. Look at how safe it was. Like, she loves it. Like, here she is. She wants it now. Like,
yeah. No, that's good.
Sorry.
No, that's good, Tara. That's good.
But I don't blow smoke in her face. I don't.
No, but what you said was important for everyone to remember.
In her face. I have vaped in her face, and I'll tell you when I vaped in her face. I vaped in her face when we had to take her to the hospital. I almost lost her. She had a tumor on her liver, and we were taking her to the hospital. We had to drive her to the Pullman vet hospital emergency and have surgery on her. I almost lost her, and I literally vaped my pen in her face on our way down there, and it relaxed her, and I could tell it helped her. And I really believe in it. I just really do. Yeah, just let her sleep it off, but make sure they have water. That's another important thing, Shaggy. Yeah, let them sleep it off, but make sure, because cottonmouth, it's a bitch. It's a bitch.
I think the important thing everyone remembers is what you said, Tara, is like you put it on a wound and she licks the wound. So that was the danger. It wasn't that it was on any one wound, it was on a bunch of them, and then she licked them all. Kind of like when I made brownies at Terry's house in New Orleans when I was there, out of these 3 ounces of weed he couldn't sell because it went dry. And then I licked the bowl, like, and I was greedy because I left a lot of brownie mix in the bowl of these 3 ounces of American high grade weed.
Yeah, dude, licking the bowl after I made brownies. Oh.
So that's when Terry stole $1,000 off me. Do you remember how I said Terry pinched $1,000 off me, cash?
Yeah.
So I licked that bowl, right, of brownie mix, passed out, but I was still kind of, because I'm a weed head, I was still kind of there. And I was like, man, it sounds like he's going through my bag. And he was, you know what I mean? I just couldn't get up. I was that high. I just couldn't physically, like your dog, man, I just couldn't move.
Yep. Like she totally, like she was just messed up. And I was too. I've done it. I had it. Okay. Speaking of which, I had a drink. Okay. So this is another thing. I want to do a shout out to this Nana's. I didn't get to try her CBD drink, but I got a sample of it. But I did a video on her, and I love this shirt. It's super comfortable. I love it. So it's shout out to them. But talking about a CBD drink and a THC drink, I had this THC drink. It was like one of my first posts back on Instagram. You can go read it. And it fucked me up. I had the worst high. And I drank the whole bottle, which I shouldn't have. My fault, my complete fault. But it was worse than any drunk I ever had. It was, if you've been drunk and you like have the room spins and you can put your foot down and the room stops spinning, it doesn't do this when you have too much THC. And I believe the reason I really had the bad reaction, it was because it was THC isolate. It was straight THC isolate in that drink. It wasn't the full spectrum. I have a bug that's bugging me to fly. it wasn't a full spectrum, and I believe that was the reason why it was such a bad high. I don't know. What do you thought? What do you think, Dan?
Probably. Look, I'm a, you know, my theory is like, fuck with the substance as least as possible. This is why I like the rosin. This is why I like smoking joints and flour. Don't add anything unless you have to. Don't take anything away unless you have to. Isolating, concentrating, synthesizing. These are, I mean, it's fine. I understand the need for it, but I'm not into it. I'm not into it. And I think whenever you do that, you just run a gauntlet, because who knows what it's going to do to you. At least there's like known effects when you OD normally on weed. Brownies is like, it's very obvious what happens. It's a familiar effect, especially if you're a weed head. Every weed head's, had too much pot before. It's not. It even becomes almost enjoyable, and even sometimes enjoyable when you do that, and you are a weed head. You're like, oh, fucked up. All right, I'll just sleep this off.
Yeah.
Someone wrote it in the comments. Yeah, look.
Okay, so let us
Great,
sleep off,
Craigie.
exactly. But the CBD. Okay, so someone asked, can you give the CBD oil if over medicated? Okay, so when I drank that drink, that was when I was first totally new to all this concentrate experience. I did not have CBD at that time. Had I had CBD now, I would have tried it, because I know now. I made some cookies, and oh my gosh, these cookies I ate too many, and I was like, oh God, I'm gonna have that bad trip again, and I just did not want to get that high again, because oh God, it was so awful. I hate it. I don't even like to think about it. And so I had this CBD isolate. This is isolate. They call it rocks, because it has terps added to it, and it's hemp isolate, CBD isolate. And what it does is, if you take a dab of this and smoke a little bit of this, it'll counterbalance that THC. And so I came in here, and luckily I did, and I hit it, and within probably took about 20 minutes. I took about three hits. It took about 20 minutes, and I finally started to calm down, and I didn't get too high. So that's my experience, and that's what I hear from other people. Now, can I promise that it's going to happen to you? No, I can't, because everybody's going to have to experience for themselves. But it did work for me, and I always normally travel with this now, which is kind of scary, because if someone didn't really know about this, I mean, it probably looks like something that, people would be a little afraid of. This. Let me put it on the big screen here and share with you guys. So this is actually, what it looks like, right here, if you can see that. And I mean, it just looks like these little kind of crystals. These have gotten a little yellow over time, I think, because the terpenes start to darken. I think that's why. But I do have some of the powder. You see, I think I have it. Let me look and see if I have it over here. Yep. Okay, so this is my travel pack here. I really like this, by X-Vape, by the way. Thank you, X-Vape. They have a really cool travel pack that I use. And right in here, I have some powder, and now this is total powder. It doesn't have any terpenes. It's straight CBD, and the CBD kind of tastes like a cherry, like a light cherry kind of taste. Let me open it. Kind of looks like mineral makeup. If any of you guys out there know anything about mineral makeup or powdered silicas, or you guys would know about for like your silicas and your micas, for if you've added any of that stuff in there. But that's what it looks like. So it's just a powdery substance like that. Is that coming in good, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey, sorry, Tara, I've got to run. I've got to go grab these boys of mine.
That's good. Hey, I'm good. I just wanted to go live for a few minutes and say wake and bake. And hey, we can totally shut this down. I'm totally good with that. So go for it.
Cool. All right.
Have a good one. Catch you later.
Ciao, everyone. Thanks, Tara. I'll see you guys.
Bye. Check Darren
Bye.
out, you guys. Check him
Later.
out.
Subscribe or die.
All right. Yeah. So, okay, so this, you can melt right in. Yep, you can melt it right into the coconut oil. What I do is I dab it. So you can just take a little bit of the powder and you just dab it. You just put it right in a warm rig, not really, really, really hot. You want to take this really low because it's already been basically kind of activated, right? If you think about it. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Partly, how are you? How are you? What's going on? Thanks for joining me. You guys, if anybody wants to join me, if not, I'll hang on and answer any questions if anybody else wants to hang out. I'm really liking my new rig that I got at HempFest. I really like the percolating thing down here. And this is my mini nail that I have corded on here because this is a really way to keep this spool right next to this. That's my new banger that I got while I was there. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna go out and get ready to put up my tent, or I might be going up to see Breeder Steve. I don't know yet. We might be going up to a winery. We're doing a live on Sunday at 4 o'clock. I'm going to be live on Sunday at 4 o'clock with JR Token, and we're going to be talking with someone that has a court case going on with the cannabis industry, and they need to get the word out. So they've contacted me and would like to help to get the word out. So be here Sunday at 4 o'clock on my channel. Love you guys all. Thank you all for stepping up and all the support I've had. You guys are so awesome. I can't tell you how much it's mean to me. If you guys want me to go live in my grow more, I'll go live in my grow. Let me know what you want. I need to know what you guys want. So tell me. Whatever you guys want to do. Happy Friday to you too. Oh, thank you. You have a great week too, Katie. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I'll leave it up for a little bit if you want to go back and wind it. But I just want to do these lives every now and then and get to know you guys. So if you guys want to talk a little bit more, yeah, happy Labor Day weekend and a safe Labor Day weekend. Yes, keep safe, be safe. Be responsible and be safe because we love you all. Hi, Leo. What's up? Thanks for coming in. How are you? Yes. So, yeah. Thank you all for hanging out. Oh, thanks. Actually, my clones don't look that nice. Actually, I will tell you the truth. They're actually kind of yellow behind me, and it's because I haven't had any nutrients in there. There's just straight water in there. I actually cut the roots off, and I tried to eat them because I heard about people saying there's probably nutritional value in the roots. So I thought I'd try it, right? So, okay, I'll show you. Let me shut this off really quick. I'll shut let me shut the water out just a minute. And I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I actually, and then I had them too close to the light. That's the other thing. I had them too close to the light. So that's why I got my tent. I'm going to be setting them up in there. Yes. So I'll show you what they look like. Here they are. And what I did is they were so long, I literally cut them. I gave them a haircut. There you go. And I'm going to I took pictures of it on Instagram. Okay, so these are new clones. I just put these in. Right here, this row right here. So they haven't even started. They just barely went in. So there's the roots, guys. They are getting so thick. I can't believe how thick they are. Oh my gosh, and I'm dripping all over me. Wet. So yes. And if you guys remember, I totally forgot that this cloner had a fan and I did not use it. However, I think what saved me is I'm in an air conditioner room and it keeps really nice and cool over by this AC right here. So I think the roots stayed cool enough. However, next time I clone, I am going to turn the fan on and we're going to try that again. So literally, this is called a turbo cloner and I literally have a fan on the back of here and I did not plug it in because I totally spaced out it having two cords. I plugged one cord in to get the water on and then didn't plug the fan clone in. So yeah. So anyways, yeah. So, well, I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'm not going to keep you any longer. It's a little bit after 2 my time, and I've got to go get some stuff done. And I put predatories in the garden. Also, update you on those, let you know how those are working for me. I was having a little bit of pressure with some aphids. Some aphids were giving me a little bit of pressure, a little bit of problem with them. So other than that, that's it. So happy Labor Day to you all. Have a fantastic weekend. If I don't see you, be safe. I love you all. Hugs. Peace. Happy, healthy, and high, of course.